Alright guys, I thought I'd take a minute to show you through my Conferring notebook. My Conferring notebook has changed over the years, and this is the format I've used for the last couple of years. This is a small size notebook. I don't know if you can tell by my hand. It's half the size of a regular notebook, and I just find that works really well for me. If I'm going to be sitting on the floor with kids, I want something as small as possible. I have this little container in the front, and it has some different sizes of post-it notes. Usually there's a pen in there, so I never have to fish for any of those things. I've got some kind of notes for myself of things to look for. These are signposts from Notice a Note, and then I've got all these post-it notes. For what works for me is if I tell a child I have an appointment, if I actually put the post-it note so it sticks up, then when I pick up my notebook, it's just sticking right there. It helps me keep on track better. So I've got all these ones. I reuse them. I just stick them here. And then over here, instead of the kids' names, which you'd have to redo every single year, I have the letters of the alphabet. So they're in alphabetical order. And for each one, oh goodness, I forgot to put post-it notes on last names. Okay, woo, covered up. Sorry. So I've used a lot of different forms, and the last couple of years I just decided to use a regular piece of paper. It's cheap, it's quick, I can write as much or as little as I need to, and it just really works well for me. I have some basic information. I have their name, which I've got covered up by my thumb. I've got their area of need, and then I've got their independent reading level. And that's really the only information that I need. I want to know what their goal is, which is their need, and I want to know their current reading level. So I can assess very quickly if they're reading a good fit book, and I can cut right to the chase when it comes to their comprehension. Now we've got to zip away here for a second while I again cover up the name. For writing, I do have a form, and the reason I have a form is because I pre-write a lot of things, as you can see. So I've made this form myself. I have the student's name. I actually made this with a stamp. I found this as a stamp. I don't know why it's not focusing very well. But anyway, it has a box for each one of the 6 traits. And the numbers that you see in the box correspond to what the student got at their end of the previous year's assessment, out of 4. So you can see Camden here got a 2 out of 4 in ideas, a 1.5 out of 4 in organization, and so forth. So this gives me kind of his present level, or his before entering 4th grade level. And then using that information, I come up with goals for each child, 3 goals to be exact. And you can see it says trimester. We used to be on the trimester system, and so I thought 1 goal per trimester was good. We've moved to now the quarter system, but I still like the idea of 3 goals. So he needs to have a very clear mission, and that has adequate details. So his goal is to get to a level 3. In organization, he needs everything. He needs a good topic sentence. He needs paragraphing. He needs a well-organized needs organization, and he needs a conclusion. And he's shooting for a 3. And then his other goal is in word choice. Usually I put, the trait, but I didn't in this case. And he needs to add adjectives and adverbs to his writing to get to a level 3. So when I'm conferring with students, I write the date, I write the name of the piece, and its current status. Is the student in brainstorming mode? Are they actually drafting, or are they editing and revising? And then in the reason section, I circle what trait we worked on or talked about or edited for or revised for in the conference. And there's not a whole lot of room, but there is enough room in that piece status box to actually, write down a few things. But even just me circling ideas, that lets me know what I did. And I put these on colored paper so that it's easily distinguishable from their reading conference record. And the reading conference record always comes first. So remember, this is just for daily note-taking.